the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to Williams-Brice Stadium, home of the South Carolina Gamecocks. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. We'll kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Kentucky's offense will start this game off. And what a performance this guy turned in last week. Spectacular in every aspect of the game, Jesse.
What? I think for sure the quarterback is going to be looking his way early in this one. When you have a game like he did last time, your quarterback, you all of a sudden move up in priority in the pecking order for the guy throwing the football. So it's not going to surprise me early here if the quarterback looks his way, regardless of what the coverage is, based on what he showed last time out.
Yeah, and they were on the same page. It was fun to watch. I mean, you could tell he knew exactly where his guy was, putting up the multiple touchdowns. Like, it was a thing of beauty. Now, defensively, I also know that. And I know he's looking that way. So look forward to seeing the chess match with the defense and maybe ways they can take him away.
They'll run play action. Zings it complete to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road?
Breaks into the open. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, we knew coming into this game the offense was really going to try and set the tone by being physical and running the football. And here we are, first drive, third down. They're able to get it by a lot. That is good news if you're this offense.
Good timing on the quick out. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
They're looking to throw on second and short. Gets it out quickly. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
This Kentucky offense really moving the ball quickly. To the ground with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. He might want another play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Snagged out of the air. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So that penalty is going to cost them the first down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Wants to fire on 2nd down. The throw to the outside is complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. It's as if you're engulfed in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Finley. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. And he's ruled down right there, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it. And
he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky.
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TD.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gamecocks offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
He'll toss it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
That incompletion leaves him staring at a third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And the incomplete pass had a lot of juice on it. As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Catch in the middle. It's Finley. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Wildcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got enough for the first down and wants more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. From the 33, it's first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats. They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. West Virginia has been blitzed from the opening kick, and as you can see, the score right now is a lot to a little. Let's see how this coach tries to explain this. They're trailing by 28 to Colorado. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Brown. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to...
There he goes. He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They've got a first down here to open the period. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Trying play action. Here comes the heat. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Yeah, man, it's nice to have a guy that can do that, a quarterback that can extend plays. You don't get the loss, right? Like, he was sacked. He was dead to rights, but he breaks out of it and then doesn't turn a bad play into a catastrophe. He just throws the football away and live to fight another play.
On third down, he drops to throw. He wants it all. Touchdown, Gamecocks! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Field shrinks. Tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way. But you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Wildcats in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Leaves it with the back. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And they may have caught the defense snapping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that third down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set it down.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football in these third down situations and feel confident.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
It's as if you're in go in a space odyssey. Williams-Brice alive on third down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And he makes the catch inside the 20.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Put themselves in a bit of a bind with that last one is 2nd and 14. Quickly complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Kentucky going quickly. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Right on the money. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. And they have converted their first 2 third down opportunities, but this one a 3rd and long. Wide open downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. 3rd and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. Using his feet. Touchdown, Kentucky! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On designed runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And the Gamecocks will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense. Good field position. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Quarterback making adjustments. Toss sweep to the right. Finding an escape route. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4-yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route, running all the way across the field, and the DB just can't stay with him because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
It's first down from the 11. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. They'll try the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back.
Touchdown, Wildcats! And they take it in for 6 more points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they need.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Finds his big tight end. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll move the wide receiver. Back to pass. He's got him. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Going to swing it on second down. Fires to the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
And a really great job by the defense adjusting now, because on this drive, this quarterback has found his guy a few times, and now the defense is saying, we are double covering him. You might throw it somewhere else, but that guy is not going to make it.
Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, South Carolina. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum. And
the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes, and they've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity and their ability to catch the football, they'll come down with it. This quarterback has got to be way more careful here in the second half.
The Wildcats with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Toss sweep right. Find some fresh air. He's got it out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football. You can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Quickly out to the tight end. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2 possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Looking to fire. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Kentucky!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And the the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
They shut it down quickly, but he gets 2 out to the 18.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And the Gamecocks will bring the punt team onto the field. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they want in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen. That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these 2 guys. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. They'll ride the hot hand. Sweet cut there. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Wildcats come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Trying to get the corner. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Turning it on. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Virginia Tech managed to avoid... bitter defeat by scratching out a narrow victory. This wasn't the blowout some around Blacksburg had hoped for, but it sure beats the alternative. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the 4th quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Guys have the backfield now. It's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds a man on the right. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. You're going to make it that easy for us.
Trying to keep this drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. The give to the back. Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Off play action. That's caught. It's Mooney. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away.
Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Kentucky! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack at another offensive odyssey. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute with some points on the board.
3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking for a deep man. He's got it along the sideline. Here he goes. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's a fabulous party trick. A late touchdown. Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Running to the left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot. Get the ball out of your hands quickly.
Oh, he's got some space. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. He'll take it himself. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long through the 26. Now improvising. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down. The kick is on its way. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36.
Kentucky offense will take over 1st and 10.
So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.